Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for mid-October right through to mid-November 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding their career and their money situation? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Now, it's really interesting because I can hear a song right now and it's so loud. And just before I came to your reading, it played. Not on the radio, but I do a little meditation for you all before I actually start a reading. So I scry at the same time as doing a reading and I connect with my guides to give me any signs, symbols, maybe even music that helps you on your journey. And what I was being given is Living on the Edge, okay? I think this song is by Bon Jovi. I can't really remember, but I'm just hearing Living on the Edge, and it's really like a powerful song. Some of you may feel like you want to do something bold and exciting and new in your career right now. Living on the Edge could also indicate that you are empowered to do something that perhaps you feel is outside the usual parameters of what you do. It can be that you do a job or something that perhaps people don't quite understand. And some of you may even be branching out. Maybe that song is even going to play just before you hear some really positive news regarding your career. So listen out for that. Could also be connected to money, like new money coming on in. But we're going to get a little bit more information, shall we say, regarding your next coming weeks, regarding finances and your career path. Living on the edge. Some of you may actually have like a plan to go off grid, for example, and you're working really hard to save to be able to do that. Maybe you're actually, about to launch something. If I really think about it, living on the edge really connects to the Fool card energy, the precipice of change, about to launch something or take a leap of faith in something. And I feel like you're being very decisive and about to do something really exciting in your career. So let's see what's going on there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding their career and money situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? We got the Death card, we got the Ten of Swords, and we got the Hangman. Okay, so this is very interesting. A lot of you are feeling a little bit like stuck, or you feel like something has run its course. There's like an antsy kind of energy here. Now this could be, there's a project that is coming to a close because there's a lot of closure energy at the end of the month. So this can indicate that you're finishing a project, or some of you may be thinking about leaving something that perhaps you are connected to right now. But your overarching energy, we've got North expansion. So it feels like you're maybe investigating a new line of inquiry regarding your work. This could be new clients, this could be new projects, new ways of working. With the Hangman, it's new perspective for sure. So I've got the Page of Swords here, new ideas, new projects, and the Death card is a new beginning. So at the end of the month, I feel there's radical change going on for you in your career sector. This could also be a change within who works in your team or works for your company if you're an entrepreneur. And some of you, if you've come to this reading and you're currently out of work, maybe you got redundant, or perhaps you left a position that was really toxic, or you've just found that you've come to the end of the term of your contract, for example, and you're looking for new work. I see that with that Page of Swords there's something new coming in, new kind of like role that feels like a starting position, but also it's like you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience, okay? A lot of new energy around you. 2 pages here in the High Priestess. Some of you could be exploring your spiritual gifts or be going into like a period where you want to basically tap into something that can help other people. A lot of you are connecting to something regarding the mind, okay? So it could be that you are deciding to explore how to read body language. I feel naturally you're very good at that. You are the investigator of the zodiac. So I'm not surprised to see the Page of Swords. You need to extend your mind on something. I feel there's an energy of genius about an idea that you have that you may be launching, because anything that's ending, it means there's a new beginning. You're not like leaving a position just to stop there. I feel like you're transitioning into something. Some of you could actually get a promotion and transition into like a new role, for example. As I said, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Anyway, let's get to each card individually, because I feel like something is going to hit you literally like a lightning bolt. It's an idea. It's an electric time for you. And I feel this comes from this sense of being antsy, okay? You may feel like you've established yourself in a certain position right now. If you're looking for new roles or a new job, you've been putting your resume out there, especially with that High Priestess. Some of you could be putting it out on the down low, under the radar, searching for new opportunities, and you're going to find 2 that really excite you, okay? I feel then it's all about the money. When you think about which one you want, because we have a 4 of Wands here and the 3 of Pentacles. So this is like new money coming in, something that you're creatively concocting right now is going to bring in extra finances, and there's some sort of celebration attached to that, whatever that is for you. It's going to be different for everyone, so please apply it to your situation. But we've got wildness. So I feel like there's something here where it feels like you can't be tied down just doing one thing. So some of you, this could be like second streams of income, or you want to just shake up your usual kind of working environment, because it does feel like you've hit a plateau in some way in your career. I feel like you're busy maintaining whatever it is that you work at. I feel like you are someone who is really excited about the next steps, because I feel like you're thinking of new ways to launch how you work or branch out, diversify in some way. And for some of you, if you work in a company, for example, I feel like you're approaching the next coming weeks with a lot of enthusiasm, because there's some new projects or new ways of working that you want to implement in order to keep things fresh, but also I feel for some of you, there is this energy of either a very difficult project coming to an end, or perhaps a difficult client maybe deciding to leave. For some of you, this could be a person who's been in a position of authority that has caused a lot of trouble in the working environment. You may see them either step down or be nudged out of their position. Behind the scenes, something's going on there. High Priestess energy, it feels like intuitively you know what's going on behind the scenes, but at the same time you're going to see that your hunches were right, okay? Now also with this wildness, I feel some of you, second streams of income, could be something creatively that you are deciding to move into. This could be that you're launching your own business. Again, it's this wildness, you know, something that's unexplored, something that hasn't been tapped into yet. It can be that you are rediscovering a talent that you have and launching it. Could be something that's personal to you. You're not really talking about whatever it is that you're up to, because that High Priestess means that you're keeping it to yourself at this time, ruminating on things. But also with that High Priestess, it's almost like reprogramming. So some of you could actually be kind of like in between worlds, doing 2 things at the same time, maybe learning more about your craft, whatever it is that you do, so that you can upskill and be ahead of the curve or ahead of any competition. So with this wildness, this electricity, I do feel it's going to be a very exciting month for you, and I feel like you're enthusiastic to get some new things on the go, because you've already been maintaining. You've got to a plateau, and I feel like you're looking for what else? How can I diversify? How can I change? How can I level up in some way? Now, it's number 36. When you reduce it, of course, 3 plus 6 is 9. That's hermit energy. So this can indicate that you don't want any distractions at this time. You're really reflecting on, channeling all your energy to make some radical changes there as well. And you have a magnetism about you. This is about you embracing your wild side, being your wonderful, authentic self, breaking free from any imposed restrictions or any constraints that perhaps, if someone's been micromanaging you, for example, if you work for a company, feel like you're breaking free from that. For some of you, you're literally breaking free from a role. Okay, it could be that you're getting new job opportunities here by putting those resumes out there, and suddenly there's one that's arising. For some of you, you've already found a new role and you're about to give in your notice. And I see that you're going to be really happy with the role that you're going to move into. It feels more in alignment with your true life's mission and purpose. But if you haven't got a new role just yet and you're looking for one, there's definitely two that you're going to have to choose from, and one of them, of course, brings in more money than the other, and you're going to choose that one, I feel, because it's exciting. It's something that's more in alignment with your heart's desire, but also I feel it gives you an opportunity to grow and flourish and really utilize your skill set there as well. Now also, this is a time to benefit when you get this card. So I feel this is about you not containing the spark of ideas, being in the flow of, your desires, your passions, whatever it is that really gives you that spark. So I feel this is about you growing in confidence in your career sector. I feel like you're leaving a comfort zone in some way. So that song, Living on the Edge, I really feel it does connect to this card. And it's a very positive time for you to embrace sudden change. And whenever you get electricity, it is a spark of creation. So I feel very productive time for you. You're focusing on projects. A lot of the projects that you already have on the go, you're going to complete them in the next 6 weeks. Difficult ones as well. I feel like you'll return to something that you have on the go that you've been meaning to invest in, but you just haven't had the time. I feel like you've been very busy. This is going to be a period where it's no different. You're definitely going to be busy. I would say things start to slow down a little bit at the end of the month. So some of you may be trying to tie up loose ends because you have a trip or a vacation that you are trying to meet certain requirements before you go on it. It could be that you're either training someone to do what you do, or you just need something completed before you leave. Could also be that you've just put this sort of endeavor on top of yourself. And what I mean by that is you've promised yourself that you're going to get something done by a certain due date. And I feel like you're going to hit your mark. Okay. But it feels like something that you acquire or achieve, there's like a pause just after it. Okay. So it could be that if you get this new role, if you're looking for a new role or promotion, for some of you, if you work for a company, it could be that your boss asks you to figurehead a new department, for example. So it could be that you're staying where you're at, but actually your role is changing in some way. If you're currently in a role and you've been in one for quite some time and you're asked to sign new contracts, because I do see merge energy here. For some of you, your companies could be merging. There's also potential for demerger here, but I feel more potential for merging in the next coming weeks. And there may be new contracts there. So I would say make sure you read the fine print on that, and if there's anything that you're not happy with, because remember, anything you sign now will nullify anything that you've already signed. So it's really important to make sure that you get all the benefits and bonuses and all the things that you had before. And I feel there's just something radical changing in your working environment for the next 6 weeks. And it may be different for everybody, but with that hangman energy, there's almost like the settling period, okay, where things will settle before you know where you're at. And that's at the end of the month. But it could be that you finish a project and then you'll know where you're at, and then you're on to the next, okay? Now we do have that Page of Cups energy. Page of Cups is following your heart, following your bliss, but also pages bring news. And you have 2 important pieces of news coming in the next 6 weeks. And one of them you will celebrate, okay? I feel one of them is kind of like something you already knew about, or something that you've been investigating, or something that you're aware of. Because I feel like you're conscious of this news that comes in. It could be something you have been waiting for. And but there's one that is a nice surprise that comes in, and I feel like that's the one you'll celebrate. It's like a welcome addition. A lot of you could be offered some sort of incentive or be told about promotion opportunities, okay? If you're an entrepreneur, this could be some new clients that are coming in. I would say there's two major new clients surrounding your energy right now that are coming in. Both of them are actually, I feel they're a little bit younger than you, okay? And I also feel one of them is quite, how do I put this? They're quite cheeky, okay? There is a potential they may try to negotiate you down on your price, but I feel that your price is your price, and I feel like you're not wavering on that, and I feel like you'd rather value what you offer as a service or a goods rather than have someone kind of like try to knock you down on that. This person will really respect that, and they may go away for a while, okay? They may actually search elsewhere for the same kind of service or goods, but this person's going to return because they can't find it, because you're the best at what you do, okay? I'm not blowing smoke up your you-know-what. I see someone returning because they can't find what they're looking for elsewhere. So I feel like they suck it up and they pay the price, okay? So that's coming through there very strongly. Now, the Page of Cups, of course, this is about you loving what you do. That's most important. You have to be all in and follow your passions. And I feel you're basically doing that this month. I also feel with the High Priestess energy here that you're working hard in silence. I also feel with this card that some of you, it's like you're in between worlds. I keep getting this energy, and because there's two pages here, I feel like you have a lot of projects on the go. If you're an entrepreneur, I would say that for some of you, you may be able to delegate or outsource some of the difficult tasks that perhaps you're not so interested in. Maybe these are like admin related. So maybe some of you could be outsourcing to a PA or an assistant or an accountant at this time. Because I feel for some of you, because you've got that Three of Pentacles there, so it's outside sources, I feel that this will benefit you because it actually frees up your time to have those electric ideas and be like in the flow of following your passions and being hands-on of whatever it is that you do. But with the High Priestess also, I feel this is about you taking some time to pause, to reflect on what it is that you love, what really excites you, okay? Because that is the thing that's going to really enhance your finances, but most importantly, it's going to make you realize that you get further along in your career sector when you really love what you do, okay? It feels like it's not work, as it were. The High Priestess also, I just feel this very strong manifestation energy with this card. And of course, this is not normally connected to manifestation, but I feel like you're deep in thought. You have a lot on your mind right now. I feel like you have a lot on the go, but it's all about compartmentalizing and prioritizing what's really important to you. And I feel this is a time to prioritize what you love doing, okay? I see a lot of success around here, but I also feel there's a lot of change, okay? So I feel like you're kind of like restructuring something. So it could be that if you work for a company, there could be a restructure in the way that they work. Maybe new systems, computer systems, maybe outdated practices are being let go of in order to bring in something new. Could be a new computer program, new software, new hardware. Some of you may actually get, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're nomadic in your career, because I see a lot of you trying to think of new ideas to be a little bit more nomadic, maybe free up your time a little bit more so you have more time for fun, your family, and yourself ultimately. So you may buy new like computer equipment because you've got a lot of swords here which connect to the ether, air. So I feel a lot of you may be embracing, some sort of new app or new kind of like way of working that utilizes internet in some way, and it could benefit you. But I feel also you're an old soul. You prefer to do something hands-on that comes from you because that spark of creativity and electricity is within you. But are there tools that can aid you in producing whatever it is you want to, or are there tools that perhaps can help you network or connect to people in a more authentic and deeper way? Because I feel like you're going deeper on something, okay? Now, yes, I do see a lot of administrative work around you. I feel like you're going to be on top of receipts or invoices or, some of you may even get like some sort of filing system in play if you are someone who is like getting a paycheck per month. It could be that you're like organizing paychecks or like, I don't know, I just get this energy of organization, okay, getting everything in its place. And for some of you, not all of you, but I'm getting this sense of alphabetical order, random, I know. So some of you could be like just organizing things. Maybe it's at your working environment, maybe it's at your desk, maybe it's in a book sense. You're getting everything in alphabetical order, or I'm not really sure, but there's just this energy around you, especially with the Page of Swords right now, getting everything organized, be in the flow of having a to-do list, setting an intention and getting it done. And I feel like you're going to get so much done this month and you're going to feel really proud of yourself. You're literally going to look back at the month of October, November, both months. I feel a bit of a whirlwind. I feel a lot of chaotic energy around the working environment, but also I feel like you are like tunnel vision, focusing on something, no distractions, getting stuff done and being ahead of the curve or ahead of everybody else, okay? Now, I also have solitariness. There's something here that you feel like you have to do alone, or maybe it's something that you're doing alone right now because, you know, when you've got number 9, as I said, hermit energy, that can indicate some of you are trying to go solo, either be your own boss or you are your own boss. Sometimes we have to acknowledge it's lonely at the top, okay? Because not only do you have to maintain a position, you set certain standards that you may feel other people cannot reach. Some of you may be in managerial positions and you feel that you have to kind of have like a managerial energy about you, but also you want to like be friends with the people that you maybe work with or have a bit more an affinity with them, but they see you as their boss. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're figureheading your own company, and sometimes that's really hard. Sometimes you don't know the information. You have to search it out for yourself. It may even feel like you're living or working in like a closed shop environment where people keep all the information to themselves, and you're trying to find out how to restructure something or how to do something, and people are just keeping quiet about the information. But I see here with that Page of Swords, you're going to find it out. Whatever it is you are looking for this month, if you're trying to find a solution to something or a way of doing something, you will find it out, and it changes everything, okay? So with the Desert card there, I mean, there's a lot of parakeets here, okay? I feel like there are people around you who really want to help. I mean, there's 3 parakeets here, and we've got a 3 of Pentacles. Now, this can be teamwork around you, but it can also be literally 3 people who are very supportive around you, who really like want to raise you up, support your dreams. If you work with these people, because the 3 of Pentacles, especially in this position, can indicate a lot of you feel like you're doing something on your own, or you want to do something on your own, and you don't need support from anybody. Because if you want a job well done, you may as well do it yourself, is what I'm getting from your energy here. But there may be something that you do that other people can't do, or don't have the skill set to do, or don't really understand what it is that you do. So I feel some of you, you're learning to really enjoy that sense of solitude. I mean, Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio too, so I totally understand that we do need our alone time. And that's when we formulate ideas. That's when we process experiences. And that's when we have that lightning bolt kind of vision of what we want for our future. So I see a lot of wisdom coming to you in silence over the next coming weeks and months. And although you're very busy right now, I see a lot of hectic energy around you. I do see that, you know, quiet time will really benefit you. Now, also, this is number 13. This is a number of change. It's the Death card energy, which means transformation. Some of you are summoning a lot of strength to make a change, whether it is to move into a new role. I mean, I got to be honest with you, my beautiful Scorpio. If you're offered a new role in the next 6 weeks, it feels very much like a same kind of energy. So even if it is a promotion at the working environment that you're in right now, it feels kind of like the same kind of status. There may be a little bit more money involved, because I do see an incentive financially for money to increase, but I see that somehow it's on the same level. There's more to come. I feel like there is another step up the ladder. It could even be a side step that you feel like you're taking right now in order to access new doors. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you may feel like you're doing the same old thing, just a different day, but you're a pro at what you do. And I definitely see that you're actually attracting more attention to your business. More traction is coming in. But I feel it requires more of your time. Okay, so this card is like no distractions. I feel like, you know, because I'm being given here birds being symbolic of the whispers of the mind, okay? So it's almost like you're sorting through ideas that could be really beneficial for you in your working environment. And sometimes we need to step away and have a moment of clarity and silence in order to really formulate those ideas and get clear and decisive about the next steps on how to action them. So I feel, although you're going to be busy, quiet time will benefit you. But this card, it literally means when you actually read the energy from the book that it actually comes from, I'm reading it in a way where I can apply it to the whole of your energy right now. But this card can indicate that there is a difference between alone time and solitary energy and being lonely, okay? So I do get a sense that sometimes when you're super successful, it can be lonely, okay? Because of course you don't want to brag about your successes. Some of you may feel like you want to protect everything you worked hard for, so that nobody has any jealous or envious energy over whatever it is you're working on. Some of you may feel that just people don't understand. So I feel like there is an energy here of being confident to spend alone time because it's actually powerful. I feel like you may be developing something right now, and whatever it is that you are developing, I feel like be resilient. You're adapting to difficult circumstances for some of you. You may find that the environment that you're working in is not yielding many results right now, and you may be feeling that, the working environment is pretty hard because of the economy. And I feel every industry right now is going through a radical change and trying to adapt to harsh or difficult circumstances. That's why you're going to see a lot of branches closing down for companies that we've known for a long time that are very famous, and they have branches all over the world. You're going to see them downsizing a little bit. And also, and I'm not saying this to scare you, I'm saying this because it's true. It's honest. It's energy that's coming out. It's stuff that we can see. You don't need me to tell you this. But also, I see that you are also ahead of this. So you're always very astute. You tend to see the trend before the trend starts being in motion. So I feel like, you're learning new things, learning new skills. A lot of you are trying to get online to be more in control of your working environment, or think of other ideas that really get you excited so that you can have a backup plan. Because I'm seeing like a safety pin here. It's really interesting because I've got living on the edge and then I've got safety pin. So it's almost like you're doing something bold and daring, and I feel like it's safe, whatever it is that you're doing. So safety pin represents, of course, safe energy, maybe putting things together. And maybe that's what I feel with the administrative tasks, gathering, collating information, maybe pinning like receipts to invoices, everything coming together as planned, or holding things together. A lot of you may feel like you're holding the fort. Some of you may even see that there's going to be some absences over the next coming weeks wherever you work, and you're going to have to pick up the slack, because I feel like you're just doing what you got to do. And I feel it's actually a very rewarding time for you, and you're going to see a lot of whatever it is you're working on come to fruition. And I feel that because the desert is in the resistance position, essentially, I feel like things are going to get better for you. But I also feel like you've adapted to the fact that what if things get difficult, what to expect. And I feel that something big is coming to an end for you, okay? I got to be honest, you got the cards, the Ten of Swords. I feel things have been a struggle. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit stuck, but also I feel there is an energy here of investigating new ways to keep things interesting and also bring in extra streams of money. Three of Pentacles can indicate that you're engineering a plan. It's not completely formulated yet, but you're on the precipice of making it happen, or you're working on it. Could be something that's in your company that you're working on a project and it's been really difficult. Maybe you've had challenging clients or people who are not forthcoming with information. This is all going to come to an end at the end of, I would say, October, actually, and it's a relief. It just feels like it's over, it's done, okay? So it could be a seasonal thing. Perhaps you're going through a seasonal period where you feel it's been challenging, but as you move closer to the end of November into December, things just start to feel like they're slotting into place, and it just feels like a more peaceful energy for you. It's like, and relax, okay? Now, the Three of Pentacles also can indicate that you are someone who is very creative. You're very talented. Anything you turn your hand to, you're really good at it because you care. Okay, you've got the Page of Cups there. You put your whole heart and soul into every single thing that you do. And with this Three of Pentacles, I can hear people talking about you and your craft behind your back in a very positive way, okay? Almost to the point where they see that you are a real force to be reckoned with. I feel some people, I don't want to say they fear your capabilities, but I really feel that it makes them nervous that you're so good at so many different things that you could do their job and then someone else's and your own. Okay, I feel like you're someone who is a really fast learner. So if you're an entrepreneur, for example, it could be there's competition out there, but people look at you like, when they stand next to you, there's really no competition. They can see that you're number one, okay? So that's coming through there very strongly. Now, of course, when we apply the energy so far to your finances, I feel like you're keeping things ticking over. You're careful about your spending habits. You're being cautious and clever about your financial endeavors. Some of you weighing up your options about different accounts is what I see. So it could be that you're moving money into a higher yielding account when it comes to interest, for example. But also, I feel with the Four of Wands here, I feel some of you are trying to pool your resources or your money. Some of you may even be purchasing homes or property with other people there, because the Four of Wands is the home space. So some of you could be trying to pay for like a new apartment or a new house. Some of you may be saving for that. Some of you may actually be working from home or trying to find a way to work from home at this time. And with the Ten of Swords there, I feel like it could be your environment that changes. So you may see, if you work for a company, for example, they move to a different location, or they're branching to a different state or a different environment. Some of you could be seconded to a different branch in order to figurehead like a new department. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you are changing your working environment. It could be that you're renting an office or a premises right now, and you may feel that if you want to save a little bit more money, you either find a new premises that actually offers a better discount or deal, or you decide to work from home, okay, if it allows you to do so. But with that Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands there's something to celebrate financially, okay? And it's something that you did by yourself. This could be like a royalty or some sort of rebate that comes in for some of you. But with that Three of Pentacles, whatever it is, you worked hard to establish yourself at doing this. And I feel like you're taking ownership of this project. Some of you also are contemplating collaborating with someone, or you used to collaborate with someone and now you're going solo, because there's a lot of energy here. It's like you're going solo. So, you know, when we got the fox there, this is a fox. You know, I almost want to say it's a wolf, but my guides are giving me fox right now. So I got to be honest with you that I'm getting fox. A fox is very clever. Okay, so I feel like you're being clever under difficult circumstances, and there may be someone in your working environment who tried to single you out in some way, try to, I don't know, it's either micromanage you or kind of like highlight something about you so that they could like push you to the side. This person is jealous of your skill set, okay? But I see you rising above this person by ignoring them, okay? I feel like you're ignoring someone in the next coming weeks in order to get something done, okay? Because you don't need their distractions. And I feel if there is a promotion available, which will come later for you, because I feel it's like, I don't know, I feel it's in the mix, but it's not quite there yet. I feel like you're the person who's going to get it, because there's a lot of change around you at the moment. Now, we've also got fluidity, outer core, okay? Now, partnered with the Eight of Swords there, I would say make sure, especially if you work with computers or the internet, that you take some time away from those screens, because the Eight of Swords, you know, that is to cover your eyes, of course, and we've got fluidity. So it could be that some of you have got dry eyes, or perhaps you feel like you've got eye strain. Some of you, especially if you work for a company, you may be offered like an eye test, a free eye test or something like that. I would take it. I don't see anything untoward there, but I just feel with the energy, it's like it's offered to you, so take it. Just be mindful of straining your eyes. But when you get this card, it's number 12, and you've also got the Hangman, which is 12. So pay close attention to your synchronicities. I would say the next coming weeks are kind of like maintaining a position, but also, you know, implementing new ideas, and there's something radical that changes at the end of the month for you. Now, it doesn't have to be that you walk away from something. It could be, as I said, that you implement new technology or a new way of working, or some of you may hire someone, or you may actually see that someone is hired and can help in some way. But I feel like you're going to be completely in the flow at the end of the month. This is an easier energy as you move, you know, into November. I'm doing the reading for the next 6 weeks, so I'm peeking into November a little bit. Things get a little bit easier there. For some of you, you know, you've been working really hard because you're taking a vacation. Of course, we are coming up to your birthday season, my beautiful Scorpio. I hope you have the most magical time. So some of you may be like racing, trying to get everything done before you take that break or before you treat yourself there. Now, of course, this card is like, be fluid in your thinking. Don't hold on to old ideas in a rigid way. It's not beneficial. You know, if any old ideas come to the fore, I would say revisit them and see if you can breathe new life into them in some way, because I feel like you are evolving from these old ideas. I also feel like you're going to have a very quick mind, okay? Lots of ideas flowing in. I feel like you're going to be very articulate over the next coming weeks and months. And I also feel here that it's never too late to admit that you want to change your mind on something. So if some of you are investigating a new path or having a bit of a course correction, remember in the monthlies, I mentioned that this is a month where we may feel like we want to do a course correction. Doesn't mean that we're actually going to just give up what we're doing already. It can indicate that you're investigating a new path or maybe a sideline thing. A lot of you may actually take up something seasonal during this month as well, or you may actually have like second streams of income. 2 pages energy here. Pages are new, but I also feel like some of you, you're thinking about the legacy that you leave, and also I feel like you're like really on target. When you get this card, this is a big card that indicates that you're on the right track and that you're being guided to do your research on something. This is the card of expansion, but it's also the card of exploration, okay? As you can see there, we have the Page of Swords. Some of you are exploring better ways of doing something. You may continue doing what you're doing because I see that you're really awesome at what you do. Having a 3 of Pentacles, it normally means that, you know, you are either involved in a project or you are collaborating on something, or maybe you're just like engineering a plan on something and you're in the flow of creativity and you're really awesome at what you do. There's a couple of cards that always indicate that you are a pro at what you do. The Empress energy, of course, but the Magician and the 3 of Pentacles, they highlight that you are super gifted and talented. And I feel like you may be tapping into a talent that you haven't fully sort of utilized just yet. Some of you, this could be a creative endeavor that you want to have on the side, or it's something that actually helps you be more nomadic in your everyday working circumstances. Because I feel with the energy, it's like you don't want to be tied down, okay? And that's what I'm getting in your whole working environment. Again, please apply it to your situation. Doesn't mean that you're going to like run off and leave your career. I just feel like you're actually embracing something new that is going to be very financially viable, but it also feels right now like a stepping stone. So it could be that you're doing a working thing every day, right? Going to an office job or a cafe job or an engineering job or whatever it is, a serious job that you're doing, okay? But on the side, there feels like there's like a creative thing brewing here, and it's going to be really electric for you. Now, this card, it literally means, you know, there's going to be no obstacles. This is about you focusing this month, being really diligent and brave about the next steps on your path. And I feel like you're following a purpose. You're called to do this thing, whatever it is. And it's a card. I mean, if you literally had this deck at home, it says something like, if I can remember, it says that, you know, we may have a number of purposes in our lifetime, not just a single purpose. And I feel that is the true ingredient for adventure. So I feel a lot of you are exploring. So that's why I feel it feels very much like on a same level, a plateau, like you're going to do the same sort of thing this month, but you're exploring. Okay. And I feel it's going to be a very interesting time for you. I will pull some cards at the end of the month just to see what this ending is for you. This ending happens round about the middle of November. I got to be honest, that's the time date I'm being given. But it means you're putting something into practice that was a new idea. So many swords here, okay? You've got 3 swords cards, so lots of bubbling up in your mind there. Your brain synapses going extra, let's put it that way, because this is a card that indicates you're eager to put those ideas into practice. You're paying attention with the circumstances that you're in right now to be flexible. And as you can see, there's like a big old whirlwind around this Page of Swords there, and you're being true to yourself and true to your mind. You're trusting your vision. And this is a card that indicates that something calls for greater investigation in your career sector. So whether it's a new contract, whether you are investigating a client that you're thinking about collaborating with. I feel like you're doing your due diligence. If you're purchasing a home, for example, I feel like you're just going that extra mile to investigate the area, the people who are selling it, the property itself, the, potential building that may go on in and around the area. So I just feel like you're ahead of the curve in some way. Also, I feel with that Page of Swords, a lot of you may have an appraisal during the month of November, and this could yield some really exciting things for you, but it also indicates there's some like extra work or difficult tasks that you may have to do. I just feel like there's extra work for you, unfortunately, and either this comes from people not being at work or some redundancies going in and around you. It feels like, although you're picking up extra slack, it feels like this is your time to shine and prove what you're really great at. I also see that people are talking about your skills and what you do behind the scenes, because I feel new doors are opening up for you. But I feel a role that hasn't been fully formalized yet is in the making, but it won't be offered until like November, like December, maybe even January time, okay? Now we've got that Eight of Swords there. Eight of Swords is a card that indicates that you are kind of like being super honest with yourself, but also remember, what you see is not normally what's going on. Things are going on behind the scenes here, so you're trusting your intuition on something. Eight of Swords means you're utilizing other skills, okay? So with the High Priestess there, you may have a hunch on something, and you may not be able to see it right now, but you know it's happening, So I would pay close attention to your hunches on that. If you feel like someone is leaving or they're giving a signal that things are changing in your working environment or your industry, I would pay attention to that, because I feel like they may know something that you only have a hunch on just yet. But deep down, when you know, okay? And you're going to find out something that you thought was happening is true. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. I will pull a card on these energies. But we've got the Ten of Swords. Now, Ten of Swords can indicate that, you're at capacity right now. But also it could indicate that if you tell anyone about what you're doing, there could be a confidentiality breach. Okay, so just watch out. I feel there's one person here who doesn't fully support whatever it is that you do. So whoever that person is, intuitively you know who this person is. I would keep things to yourself. I feel like you're very savvy. You're doing that anyway. But this Ten of Swords, it can indicate that, a really difficult project or something you worked so hard to invest in, it's done. It's over. Some of you may actually be coming to terms with something you walked away from because you felt it wasn't working out for you, or you lost your passion for it. And now you're like in the flow of doing something that you love. I'm not going to lie, I feel whatever it is you're doing, it's hard, okay? Because Ten of Swords is not an easy energy, but it can also be connected to the mind. Some of you are changing your mindset on something or changing the way that you work on something, and I feel this is about you like quietening the inner critic. It's about you gracefully kind of letting go of a project that you've been working so hard to figurehead, and now you're on to something new, because anything that is an end, and it could be a difficult ending, could be like hard to say goodbye to a client, for example. But if you really were honest with yourself, you'd say this person was quite difficult. And you're creating space and time for someone new to come in, someone you can work with. Because I see a lot of collaboration energy around you where people want your service. We got the Death card as well as the Ten of Swords. Big ending. I'm going to pull a card right now on this, because this means that you're transitioning to something greater, something better. So whatever you felt like you're in right now, there is something new coming in. You're going to hear the news about it in the next 6 weeks. And this is a celebratory news. So although this is big ending energy, a lot of you are summoning all your strength to make some radical changes in order to launch something or do something new to see how it goes. Okay? Because we can never truly realize how something is going to go until we just do it. And I feel like you're going to witness your greatness. I just heard witness your greatness at whatever it is that you're launching at this time. Ace of Cups, it's a new offer coming in. So this big ending, it is positive. The universe is stepping in to offer you something that you're going to love. Now, of course, Ace of Cups, it can be applied to romance, okay? So it could be that someone, as they're leaving a company, or if you're an entrepreneur, someone who's in your industry who is not fully connected to you, make some sort of like romantic advance towards you. But when you get this in a career reading, it basically means that you're being offered something that in your heart and soul you've wanted for a long time. It just feels like, oh. So I'm just going to give you an example. If you have been, say for example, you're an artist, okay, and you surround yourself with all of your art, you're completely submerged in it. And in order to fund your art, of course it's selling, but in order to bring in some extra finances, you may have taken like a really difficult office job or a really difficult job that has, people being like extra critical, or you just don't gel there, okay? It feels like you're somehow apart from the role. Suddenly, you're being offered an opportunity to leave that really difficult environment in order to embrace the thing that you love. For a lot of you, it's that you're launching your business and you're going to love being your own boss. If you're an entrepreneur already, I feel this is like a client that you love, or some sort of movement in your career sector that you're going to absolutely love. It brings peace of mind. I'm seeing the safety pin again. Now, safety pins may be a sign or a symbol. You may find a really random safety pin on the floor. Maybe you're going to see it as an image, or perhaps you're going to like collaborate with a brand or a business that has a safety pin in a logo. So these signs and symbols, they may mean absolutely nothing to you at this moment in time, but suddenly they make sense. So we've got the Fool card. Okay, I strongly felt the Fool energy at the beginning of your reading. It's like you're on the precipice, about to take a leap of faith. New beginning, and you're going to love it. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, this could be you, like, branching out or diversifying on an idea of something you already do, but you're like reimagining it, and it's going to just bring more attention to whatever it is that you do. But it feels like freedom. For some of you, of course, it is a vacation, but I get the main energy of you doing something new or being offered something new that's going to be very exciting, and it has so much potential, and you get to utilize your skills, and it's exciting, it's an adventure, and I just feel like there's some big stuff coming for you. And yeah, it's very rewarding. But with the Hangman energy, I feel it's highlighting you waited for this moment for a long time. And you're just going to be really proud of yourself that some things didn't go your way. And that hurt, right? But it's all because you're being aligned with something greater, something better. I mean, the Death card signals the end of something difficult because it's after the 10 of Swords there, and the Hangman is like, you're going to see why things got difficult. I feel like, you've sacrificed a lot of your time and your energy to do something, and you're going to see the results of it. When you get the Hangman, it basically means you put yourself in this position in order to get better results or to learn something. New knowledge can actually change something about your career because you've got a lot of knowledge energy at the end of the month. So either someone gives you a piece of information or you discover knowledge that sees you break into a circle or open a door that you felt was locked for a long time. But this is your moment, and I feel new opportunities are manifesting for you here. But I feel it's pointing to the fact that you have to sacrifice one thing in order to get the other. So leave a position in order to get that new position, or perhaps not spend so much time on one project in order to launch another. So I feel like there's this spreading energy going on there. Let's go one more before I close your reading. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. It will bring in more money. Money is solid, but I have to acknowledge that the Knight of Pentacles indicates you work hard for your money, okay? You are someone who grafts. You're a grafter, okay? You put all of your dedication and your focus into whatever it is that you do, and you're determined. And yes, money may have been slow coming in, but there is more money being offered to you in the future, and I feel like your efforts will pay off. So this is definitely job related. I feel like you're hardworking, you're reliable, you're professional at whatever it is that you do, and you're going to see the fruits of your labor. That commitment to prosperity, you're going to see the evidence that new money is coming in some way, and it raises the game because I feel like you're raising the bar in your career in some way, okay? So although there's a lot of difficult energy around you, okay, you can see it with the Ten of Swords and the Death card, I feel this is to transition you towards something greater, something that's more in alignment with your true north. And you're still on course, don't get me wrong, but I feel you're going to see more movement there. Breakthrough. Hatching plans. There's literally an egg there. The door to power. Yeah. As I said, it's like a stepping stone to something that just opens doors, that opens new opportunities. We've got breakthrough. So whilst I feel like you're busy working away, you're making monumental change, okay? And it says here, a significant breakthrough is near. Whatever you're going through, it's preparing you for this big break. That's it. The big break. That's what I'm seeing right there. That big break. I would say it comes for you in November, okay? Yeah, I want to say middle of November. Now, we've also got door to power. Okay, and as you can see, there's like this crown. So this is about remembering your sovereignty, remembering what you're capable of. And it says your courage to stand up for what you believe in will bring you great blessings in your life. Now, I did mention that there will be someone who tries to either undervalue you, underestimate you, maybe even try to negotiate the price that you require for your skill set. But I feel like standing your ground definitely yields results, okay? It says here, ruling, power, respect, and wealth. So it also says discovery, progress, and big boost. And it's all about discovery. It's all about exploration. And there is a big boost here. Hatching new plans, exciting time for you. But when you're in the midst of it, you won't be able to see the real changes until the end of the year. You'll look back on 2024 and go, whoa, that was a lot. But you're going to look back and think, but actually, there was some major breakthroughs here, and I feel like there is an increase in your finances too. So I'm just going to go get some trinkets. Interesting. We have the fish. Now, the fish always appears on the Page of Cups. You know, it's like the vision becoming a reality. And that fish, it has a little pearl there, and pearls always connect to wisdom. So I feel some sort of information is going to transform how you work in the next coming weeks, and it delivers an opportunity that is going to be something you grab with both hands and you celebrate. We've also got mushroom. Now, I am getting a major energy. It's really funny because also, of course, I am a Scorpio, and I kid you not, I've been seeing images of mushrooms everywhere for the last couple of weeks, okay? And my guides gave me only about 2 days ago, because of course I started to channel the energy to do the career readings. I have to tap into different streams of energy for each reading. And I was given this sense of like things coming so like bloated at the top. So it feels very much like the people who are very much at the top of the chain, they've kind of like taken too much, and it's kind of like toppling, you know, so it feels very much like there's a lot of change going on in the working environment or in different industries, and there's a restructure going on. And I feel like you may feel that you've been feeling a bit stuck or very exhausted, but you've been in a period of deep growth. Things may have felt like challenging, but I feel this is so that you can actually transform in some way towards something healthier. But you may have been noticing that certain industries are starting to tighten the belts because they're over bloated at the top, the mushroom effect. And I feel that this is about you securing your position because you can see change is going on in your industry. I see that you are secure, but I also see a lot of transformation around you as well. And we've also got the crown. Look, there's 2 crowns here. So this is something you know, okay? This is something you already have talent in. And, you know, the crown chakra is to know. But also this is to remember your sovereignty, that a lot of you are stepping up into leadership positions. You're making headway. That is the trajectory that you're on right now. Some of you especially, I feel at least 60% of you are like your own boss already. And if you're not, I feel this is something that you're working towards, and you'll have your own practice in some way, because I feel a lot of going solo energy about you. You'll be a little bit more nomadic as well, free up your time. And I'm loving this rune. We got the wealth rune. More money coming on in, attracting, you know, status, material gain, but most importantly, fulfillment. Okay, emotional fulfillment, knowing that you're making a difference, that you're making an impact in your career sector, whatever career sector that is. And also, very interesting that this rune, it connects to power. So a power position, power play, and I feel that if anyone is singling you out, it is a power play, because they feel like you are more capable of doing their job and someone else's and your own, and that you really are a force to be reckoned with. And they are a little bit nervous, especially in the current working environment. So You know, sometimes when things get under pressure, people, you know, not everybody, of course, majority of people, they want to share. Okay, they want to make sure that everyone gets a fair deal, but there may be the odd person who is working for themselves. Watch out for that one person, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates for you in this reading. Very complex and a little bit longer than I thought it would be, but hey, it's a Scorpio reading. It's always deep. So I hope something resonates. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is actually so important to me too, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio, and love and light.